Greetings, everyone. Hello and greetings. Greetings to everyone that is arriving. Hello and greetings. Hello, official time agent. Let's wait for a few people more to arrive. One more minute. Also, such what if. I've got a new chair. Since last time as well, I think. Might as well. Greetings, everyone. Wheezy Wimp, hi there. Greetings. Okay then. Let's see. Nona Martin, hi there. Greetings, everyone. Greetings. Greetings. And the kittens go up. I'm pretty well. I'm pretty good. I'm pretty okay. Okay into good. Hi there, Diana Banana. Nyah. Hello, Beck. Greetings to you too. Okay. Shall we start? Or shall we wait a bit longer for more people to show up? 8 people. Eight people are there. Let's wait a bit more. Okie dokes. Boo! Hi there, Daraya. Jonjet. I'm pretty curious about both of these new trolls. Oh, I should for some to eat. Okay then. Wait, what? Do I need to restart this? Hello, Chell. Greetings, Chell. I need to restart the game, apparently. Didn't I do that? Maybe. Maybe not. But I think a bit more, maybe not. If I get so many views as well, I'm in a bit of a pickle because I do not have any ice cream left. And they don't sell it anymore. For this year anyway. There we go. Of teen and tech are Acerbic. Let's put that in the title. Of teen and tech Acerbic. Big, back, big. Yep, that's correct. Nike's beginning to love her already, to be honest. Official time agent, she is lovable. Her hugs may be lethal, but she's lovable. She's awesome, she's strong. But now, let's see. Let's wait a bit more for a few more people to join so no one gets left behind. No one gets left behind. Absolutely no one. I risk a hug of death. 50 monies on MC getting used as a lifting weight. 50 monies, that's a lot of monies. But I don't bet against it. I won't bet against it. Anyway, let's get into it. Ah yes, this is it, fellas. Another night of laughter and camaraderie. I can read, I promise. Another night of joy and communion with some totally normal teens who would never... Haha, just kidding, idiot. You are still on Alternia. You just know one of these miserable chuckle foxes around here somewhere. Waiting for the exact right moment to inundate you with another disgusting dose of friendship. Who is going to be the author of your destruction on this accursed evening? Or Flex? Ooh boy. It's you. Yes, it's you. She's just like, and here, just the flexing. Oh my god. Are those... Is that a piercing? Is that a piercing I spot? It looks a bit shiny and blinky over there. Strong flex. Strong. Strong. Hair shine? It looks a bit bluish. Or sweat. Could be also sweat. But anyway, guys, which one should I pick first? What do you guys think? What do you guys vote for? Nihkee, Moolah, or Daraya, Jonjet? Whenever I read Moolah, I think of Moolah, of money. Now I have 2 Nikes, 3 Nikes. I hope you don't mind me pronouncing Nihkee like Nike. 1 to 4, 5. Okay, so we have Nihkee with this awesome belt. Ari Testolin, also Nihkee. Weezy Wimp, Nihkee. Everyone's Nihkee. Okay then, let's head for Nihkee. Also, I wanted to mention that Daraya reminds in that pick. Daraya in that pick especially reminds me a lot of a friend of mine. Anyway, let's pick Nihkee. Holy shit, wasn't that in the background? And there's the John Egbert troll. Damn! The horses! The horses have nipples. Evans research. Hopefully I'm not too late. You're not too late, we just started with this picture. Holy fuck. What is going on? I mean, I appreciate the more details we get. Oh, that troll has just bones as horns. Straight up bones. And the horse men muscle beasts with the nips. And yes, troll do have nipples, apparently. This is awesome music. Dim lights, the din of a roaring crowd, and the smell of horribly overpriced and nauseating concessions. Even across galaxies, timelines, and perhaps even universes, there's still something deeply familiar about a sporting arena. Smash her mother honking face in! Mother, wait, what? There's also something deeply familiar about sports fans. What? Okay, didn't expect her to show up. Blah, such a shame having seats next to the purples. They can be so crude and boorish. Can't you agree? Mother honking. Love that. Yeah, I am surprised Amelia is here. Shahoot wouldn't be nearly this loud. Usually. You find yourself here attending a wrestling show, display of muscular theater, to use the troll terminology. Display of muscular theater. Oh, that sounds way more cool than a wrestling show. Thanks to the benevolence of one Amelia Erden. She won the tickets in a raffle and excitedly invited you to come along. Shahoot is everything's going on. You can hear the cheering in that soundtrack. I love it. What year is it? It's 2018. And is that a her? Was that a her? Whatever it is, both are topless. Apparently. You agreed with some reservations that you quickly expressed. She was quite disappointed, but eventually agreed not to kidnap you and keep you locked up as a living paint jar, since you're buddies and all. What a sweet friend. You have to admit, though, muscular theater isn't really your thing. Whoops. Get out of the way. It's as over-the-top and ridiculous as human wrestling, which makes it perfectly entertaining, though, enough, but it's also, well, a lot more violent. Yeah, we have axes and stuff like that. I mean, whoops. Participants aren't expected to die, as far as you can tell, but you've already seen a few get wheeled off and futuristic hover stretchers with injuries you're not sure they could survive. I mean, look at the weaponry and everything, and I mean, the Colossus against this guy. Wait, is that? That guy has Ekfierce's horns. He has a broken horn and a normal horn. The one horn is shaped like this. Aren't those Ekfierce's horns? Am I awake? Am I real? The lock on? Yeah, it does. It kinda does. It kinda looks like the mother grub. Oh jeez, I just noticed that Mr. Mime troll over there. He's looking directly at us as well. Oh gosh, she nearly got impaled there. Every match tonight is taking place within a chain link cage. Spikes are surrounded on both the outside and inside, and put out occasionally from the places where the wires cross. The overall design, in addition to ensuring maximum bloodshed, seems to keep both the wrestlers inside and the audience out. Ironically, it might be safer this way. That's just this guy and this guy. Both guys are having nipples. The current combatants are some olive blood named the Huntress. Oh no. And a purple blood calling himself Colpitz. Interestingly to you, there's nothing clown-like about him at all. Well, he has face paint, if it's that guy. But the olive blood named the Huntress. Okay. One of the trolls is a she. One of the trolls is a she. It is almost conspicuous how unclowny he is, if only due to the absolutely ridiculous amount of clown content you have imbibed in the presence of other purples. The two fighters appear to be nearly evenly matched. The olive troll ducks and weaves amid blindingly fast punches from the purple, slashing at him with grandiose arm gestures, trying to overwhelm him with a barrage of small attacks. Every one of his punches hits hard enough to knock her down, but she always springs up before he can land a second hit. She's incredibly steady on her feet and quicker than he. The buff as fuck. Being us that a female troll can have a man-like body here. The theme is amazing, yeah. And that might also be true, but yeah, Troll Society does. I mean, technically all trolls have the same sex, so whatever. No one cares about that. In fact, you get the distinct impression that the olive troll is holding back, presumably so as to avoid inciting the crowd. This far, you have not seen a single match in which the lower-blooded opponent triumphed over a higher-blooded foe. I must admit, this match is a lot more tense than I was expecting. But I hope it ends soon. There's supposed to be a really famous muscular theatrist performing next. It's not confirmed what junk they have at all, no. But they do all the same sexuality-wise. Like, they all produce genetic material that is an equivalent to human semen. Her name is Nihkee Moolah, and she hasn't ever lost a fight. I hear she even beat a violet blood once. Whoa. That's strong. Nihkee Moolah, huh? Now that's a name you could befriend. She must be as a big a deal as Amnesia makes her out to be. because she uses her real name instead of some ridiculous made-up nonsense like John Cena or Hulk Hogan. Yeah, that's a troll Mr. Mime over there. It's freaking me out. Oh look! He got her! He got her! You flinched. The purple lad finally managed to get his quarry in his clutches, and he lifts her up by the face, digging his fingers into her skull until you hear a sickening crunch, and she collapses to the ground, panting heavily. Oh no! She can't bring herself back up to her feet, and the announcer calls the match to uproarious applause from the audience. Two trolls enter the cage and start dragging her out, while the winner basks in the audience's affection. The olive blood looks like she'll probably live, but she's got a dent in her face that probably isn't coming out ever. Ugh. All of a sudden you think you'll really need to go. Get a bathroom, you mean, use the snack, you mean, you'll be right back. Oh, okay, come back soon. This fight is giving me all sorts of ideas for new painting. You quickly make a break for it, jostling your way through the stands and toward the exit of the arena. But before you make it, a voice calls out to you. Some slick-haired and slick-finned, violet-blooded guy wearing a full suit with a tacky flame pattern on it. Hey you, alien! Me, you ask, pointing to your nose to yourself nervously. No, the other alien. You swing your head around wildly, looking for another alien. This it plays out predictably for a while before you both get on the same page, which is that you are the alien whose attention he wants. You looking to make a little extra buck? It's very sexy with the olive. Eyes aim with the violet blood. No, not really. You never spend all that money you won with us, Daraya. Okay, how about fame? Frankly, you are probably already too famous for your own good. Friendship? Oh shit, yeah! Sighting with relief, the troll leads you backstage whilst explaining that he is a promoter for this wrestling ring. One of the trolls that was supposed to perform tonight was eaten by some plant called a troll-devouring catch-ya-grabber. Catch-ya-grabber. It's a catch-ya-grabber. The hard hitters. Yeah, bring out the big guns. The friendship guns. That sounds wrong. I'm gonna start saying, oh shit, yeah, now. I hope your parents don't hear. But, well, I don't know how old you are, so I don't mind. As such, famed muscular theatress Nihkee Moolah has been left with nobody to fight. You will be that nobody or somebody. An alien will bring in all sorts of media attention and controversy, which of course means big bucks for him. And friendship for you. Nihkee is so friendly, he says, in a tone so insincere. Even your friendship-addled brain refuses to believe it. It's okay, you've met worse. Oh, there she is! Oh jeez, that guy in the background. Damn! Look at that weight, though. It looks like it would break if you drop it. Damn, that's so weird. She's floating, yeah. So ripped. you into a back room which seems to be full of performers waiting for their turn on stage. There are all sorts of trolls here, muscular and sweat-soaked, blue-blooded more often than not. So most of these people here are blue-blooded. Good to know. One troll in particular stands out to you, from her severe expression to her softly pulsating robotic leg, to the fact that she's the only troll with a fully illustrated sprite. Lol. Fourth walling again. Yeah, actor's got nothing on her, even though we never seen him drawn like this before. Really, Letch? I don't know if I should say poor you or go you. She's currently doing bicep curls with a set of spiked weights, huffing with exertion. Then, when the promoter approaches, she looks up with a scowl. I'm busy. Oh, look at her! He begins to explain that he has brought a new challenger for her to face, but she cuts him off and stands up. She isn't as tall as you expected, but damn if she isn't dense, packing more brawn than any other troll you've met. Do you want to know what happens, sister, to people who disturb my preparations? Yeah, knock off the actress in the background. Do you want to experience? Oh, I'm getting flashbacks to, oh god, how's that guy called from Full Metal Alchemist? That strong dude. I forgot his name. That's glad she's not like hyper realistically toned. Yes. Do you want to experience? Armstrong. That's it. It's such a remarkable name. How did I forget Armstrong? Can't think it's JoJo. The bone-crushing, torso-shattering impact of these ladies right here. Ugh. Oh. The audio is spaghetti. She flexes. God, those muscles are huge. The promoter tells her that she really doesn't need to keep up the act. There's no cameras back here. She gives him a stern look which distinctly suggests that she has never dropped kayfabe in her life and has no intention of starting now. Make it quick. The promoter makes it quick. So let me get this straight. You expect me, to perform with this thing? She seems less than impressed. Which you find reasonable. Magnificent legs aside, you don't really look like a wrestling type. Don't you dare insult me, sister. I'd rather you pulled a rusty from the audience than subjected me to this humiliation. Oh, but you are more than just an audience member. Frail though you may be, you have the heart and soul of a wrestler. You have much longer than about 5 minutes, you thoroughly assure her, waited for an opening such as this, to reveal your true passion to the world, to come alive on stage and grapple and tumble with the best of them. For eons have you thirsted for the chance to sing the song of Sinew, the hymn of heft, the melody of muscle. would that you could be blessed by the opportunity to live the life of the athlete, to perform alongside your hero, to show the world that you too love to do the muscly thing. Ah, that you might just... Okay, I get it. She glances over at the promoter and then back to you. It does seem surprisingly articulate for a lesser being. But is it ready for a butt-clenching, flesh-orbiting, knuckle-blistering, muscle-rippling smackdown from uptown? I love it so much. Do the muscle thing. Do the muscle thing. I Nancy or yes. Which one's the insta-kill? What do you think? Which one's the insta-kill? I want to get the insta-kill out of the way first. Yes. Everyone's, that's the instant kill everyone says. I have one yes from Diana Banana. Yes is probably the instant kill at this point, you think? Friendship is manly. So most people have said, Then let's try, actually, this is starting to sound a little much for you. You aren't sure you can quite match her enthusiasm for the craft. Who do you think you are, sister? You who has the gloves to step to me. You come into my dressing room with those flimsy, stringy, insultingly puny arms of yours. She's totally different than I expected. Look me in the eyes and challenge me to a match. Beg for the chance to spar with me. And then clock out like a pathetic alien whelp you are. Get out of my sight. Head bowed low, you retreat to the safety, comfort of and friendless expense that is the audience. You can't even bear to look at Nihkee when she goes out and performs. You're so saddened by the loss of potential chum. Well, that and it's kind of grisly watching her pull low blood challengers from the audience and smash their faces into the spikes. Oh shit. Oh shit. I mean, she's different to what I imagined from the troll call. But damn! Let's try the other route. Let's try the yes this time. Damn, we have the long time to scroll by now. Is it off? Okay. Yes. You nod your head confidently. Blister my knuckles and braid my flesh, you say. Let's get this smackdown started! You've got guts, at least. She turns to the promoter and gives him a curt nod. The match is on. Then she turns back to you. Now, sister, we need to discuss the show. I will make all the decisions. Wait, that was right. you will respond adequately to the storyline I present. It will be thus. The alien invader challenges me in an exhibition match to topple the matriarchy. They fight violently and show an entertaining display of strength. But in the end, as is right and proper, the nobler hue of the Homo spectrum prevails again. Roar! Matriarchy. Girl, chill. She starts flexing and showing off her for an imaginary audience before turning back to you. Any questions, sister? Yes, actually, you do have a couple of questions. First, will you die? No! Unless you're particularly disgustingly weak, in which case, maybe! Such is the risk we take, we who indulge in that most noble and dignified of sports. I was willing to give up my leg for the craft. Is your life such a heavy price to pay for a tale that will transcend us and be remembered in the annals of muscular history? Is it, sister? Well, it's the rhetorical. I didn't even click that. That went by on its own. That went totally by on its own. Is it, sister? Click. Well, and it goes by itself. It's rhetorical. Right. Secondly, when she says exhibition match, it is a muscular theater term, referring to a match staged for entertainment that does not affect one's ranking on the flex ladder. We will not be sparing in the nude. Wait, what? Such glorious display of raw, chiseled physique are reserved for the intergalactic Trolympics. For the intergalactic Trolympics. Flex the ladder and nude. Okay. The intergalactic Olympics. I can feel the manliness pumping through my veins. No, yeah, you get that. Mostly you were wondering if it meant the loser's head being exhibited on a pike or some other bloodthirsty nonsense. So in the Trolls they fight nude. Nice to know. Yeah. Damn it. Feel the gay pumping through my veins. Do not denigrate this noble sport with claims of savagery. Thirdly, you're getting the sense that she's going to be playing the heel. Yeah? The what? You explained that in your own cultural equivalent of muscular theatre, performers generally fall into the category face or heel, wherein the face is the rule-abiding and sympathetic figure the audience is meant to root for, whereas the heel takes on a more aggressive and unlikable personality. What part of my personality is unlikable? Do you dare suggest, sister, that the audience won't be roaring in thunderous applause and admiration as I conquer another pitiful foe? So much gay, infinite gay, all the gay. We're all happy here. You tell her, you know what? She can be both the face and the heel, and you'll be just be subjugated under my heel. Yes, exactly. Hey Moolah, chatting time's over. You're up. She jerks her head back at you and silently marches out of the room. You begin to follow, and the promoter directs you to your entrance on the other side of the arena. You wait nervously for your cue to enter. That was one girl and one male and one female in the cage, because they're gone now. Well, folks, we've had some technical difficulties, but here comes the match you've all been waiting for. Wearing the belt of champions and a leg of her own design, she's ready to gut the competition. A paragon of power, a lady of legwork, a true blue ruffianator is in the making. Clap those hands and activate your screech crevices. It's Nihkee Moolah! Nihkee approaches the cage and thunders applause, raising her arms and soaking in all the praise. FC Daraya. Yep. I know the face and he'll mean Incineroar. She flexes and poses as the audience throws glasses of milk at her. There we have it. Which shatter uselessly around her steely frame. This appears to be a common ritual for her. There we got it. Milk. There's John Egbert in there. Yep, the John Egbert troll. Milk, 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 milk. Oh, we have a full body sprite at her from her. Damn. This is boss fight music. If this isn't used in a boss fight, I don't know what. She steps through one of the cage doors and it slams shut behind her, locking tight. With her arms crossed and her teeth firmly gritted, she awaits you as the announcer begins a new intro speech. You step forward. By Nike's left thigh is Egbert. Yeah. I saw him. Do we see any other familiar faces? I can't say. I can't tell. And in the other corner, frail in stature, weak in knees, wearing a perpetual look of befuddlement, we have some messed up low-blood alien! How is this absurd mockery of life not been called yet? Perhaps only so fate could lead them to that thrashing at the bloodthirsty hands and barbed foot of the grand Nihkee. A decent portion of the crowd boos at you during your approach, which you find unsurprising. You have to dodge a hail of old boots and rotten fruit. Somebody throws an entire piano at you. An entire fucking piano just smash! Relatively unfazed, you enter the ring and hear the door close behind you. Clunk. So, you've come here, alien, to prove your kind superior to the unbreakable, unstoppable troll species? Yeah, you shout. Your kind is so superior to trolls. And you, their emissary. Does the creature look superior to you, my theater enthusiasts? She turns to the audience, throwing out a hand and gesture to you. They boo. Ooh, I'm so hyped for this. John troll through the piano. I'm a bit happy with the glass from another webcomic. Huh. I didn't realize. The towels on stage. Yeah, I saw them. Not I just saw them, I saw them. Come, I want to hear more boos in the chat for the Thimble Alien MC. From this era. Is this sorry specimen the best its planet can offer? More booze! More booze! That sounds different than I expected. You counter that you came more than prepared to tackle the matriarchy? Yeah, that. There we go in the chat. So you claim to be prepared. Are you prepared? Are you not entertained? But are you prepared to face these 24-inch slither noodles? 24-inch slither noodles. I love that. Because I asked them to. Frenchy Soddies, I asked them to boo. 24-inch slither noodles. I fucking love it. Oh, this music. She flexes so hard, the announcer's sleeves explode. The announcer's sleeves explode. So be it. I'll crush you in a single blow. You're expecting a referee to start the match. But then it occurs to you that there is no referee. Somewhere in the distance a bullhorn sounds, which is apparently the signal to begin. A frantically Google's metric version. Okay. This is so great already. But my voice will die. I will definitely need a hot chocolate after this. Without taking her eyes off you, Nihkee grabs the cage wall behind her and hoists herself up effortlessly, scaling it in reverse until she reaches the top. The announcer is screaming something about this move being called the spiky Nihkee. Once she finishes her ascension, Nihkee deftly leaps from the edge of the cage and spins down toward you. Her body twists and wriths in multiple blindingly fast flips before her robotic leg comes slashing at you. You spend quite some time admiring her dazzling form before it occurs to you that you should probably move. You duck and roll forwards, feeling the point of her leg just barely graze your clap. The announcer shouts, "First blood!" as you feel a light trickle down the back of your neck. Some members of the crowd are booing, presumably because they just noticed the color of your blood. Between the neon lighting and distance, they probably must just think it's just colored and it's rust colored and not a mutant red. So at least you have that going for you. Oof, that stare. What you don't have going for you is time to think about your next move, because Nihkee pivots on her heel and charges at you. This time she's going for a more theatric throw. Two powerful hands grab you and lift you over her shoulder, where you nearly gore yourself on one of her horns in your struggle to escape. You plant two hands on her back and push hard, and you are delighted to find that her grip loosens and you go tumbling over her back, landing with a clumsy stagger on your feet. Hi Trovic, how are you doing? What? Shift the MC, keep my 50 monies. You're not sure if she will let you get away with that one for the sake of the show, or if you just slipped out of her sweat-soaked palms by your going too charitable, assume the former. I mean, just look at this sprite though. Oof. Ooh, scary. She turns to face you, grunting and baring her fangs. She charges, rearing back at a fist and then sending it barreling toward your fragile human nose. You leap out of the way, only narrowly dodging it. All you've done is avoid me, coward! Where's your killer instinct? Do I scare you? Honestly, yes. Assume bear, Nihkee, assume bear pose. Is the beginner face. Growl like a bear. For blue lady, all the monies. All the money. Are you loath to face my true blue muscle-bound beauty? You take this as your cue to attack, and instead you run full tilt away from her. It isn't fear carrying you, you swear. Fool! There's no running or hiding from Nihkee Moolah. Stand and fight! She sprints toward you as you flee. The crowd is on tenterhooks. Nobody knows what you're doing, least of all you. But you think you can pull something cool out of this. You leap at the cage wall, barely dodging the spikes that line it, and use this slight amount of given the chain link wires to springboard you off. With an exuberant grin, you go flying toward her, arm held out for a classic clothesline maneuver, and then you collide with her own arm and whop! Oh my god, that thing just looks exactly like Aqueous. Oh damn! Look at this running thing! With blood and taser, whip and a bat and a punching thing. That looks like Disney-esque things, but damn, there's blood everywhere. What the fuck is this? Oh man. Oh, cry. I mean, to be fair, her blood-colored hue would be the blues to stain the most and stay longest. I'll turn its deadliest ass again. Nah, I don't think so. When you wake up, you are lying on what appears to be an exercise mat. You can feel a telltale throbbing sensation in your face that indicates a black eye. The rest of you, thankfully, doesn't feel particularly hurt. Nearby, you can hear the huff and puff of exertion. You glance over and spot Nihkee training on one of those leg press machines you always saw in gyms but never had the courage to attempt to use. She's wearing an exercise outfit which, despite its vastly different purpose, looks almost exactly like the outfit she wore in the ring. It has all the functions and fitness aficionado would want. It's loose, it's breathable, and the artists don't have to draw a second set of sprites for it. Yes. So yes. As soon as she notices you're awake, she turns to you, speak to you. She doesn't even stop her workout. You're finally awake, sister. Welcome to my hive. I've spent so much time, so much precious, valuable time waiting for you to open your eyes. Oh god, how long have you been out? About 40 minutes. Phew, that's not so bad, is it? Perhaps, but only when compared to your abysmal performance in the ring. To be knocked out cold by your own attack. Wretched. I am an impossible foe to conquer, and yet even a rusty has towed me longer than the realm of Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat! You are weak, sister. Offensively so. She slams her foot forward with such velocity, the weight on the leg press goes flying off and leaves a dent in the floor. Grunting she stands, takes you a long swig from a bottle and then approaches you with fire in her eyes. What do you have to say for yourself? You scuttle backwards, proffering only a sheepish smile. You're, sorry, you guess? I didn't bring you here for apologies. I brought you here to see your heart ignite with the will to improve. You are not a worthless being. You have a flair of the theatrics, an appreciation of the sport, and a shining soul filled with only the most intractable determination. You could be so much more than you are, sister. I could make you so much more. Cast your gaze around you and behold the Bronzeum. MC did knock themselves out. Yep. At least MC doesn't faint from stepping on an ice cube. You obediently cast sate gaze around this room. This room is massive and littered with training equipment as far as the eye can see. Much of it resembles exercise machines like the ones you had in gyms of Black on Earth, but there's plenty of more that looks like far more alien and deadly. A treadmill which appears to throw the runner into a vat of acid if they fall off. A series of swinging axes that would look at home in a dungeon. 3 different varieties of Iron Maiden, which are more horrific than the last. Each more horrific than the last. This is presumably Nike's personal workout studio, but you could easily mistake it for a torture chamber. You wonder if Adata has ever considered her job as personal trainer. Maybe you should bring it up with her. There are some who may be worthy of my expertise. It is her here that I can forge them, just as I forge myself into being self-adamantine strength. The journey will be harsh. If you are made of weaker stuff than I believe, you will perish in agony. But if your core is strong and your will of iron, yours will be unquenchable might. Be an unquenchable might. She extends burpy burp. She extends a hand to you, her jaw set. Join me, sister, and together we shall ascend to tumescent heights of muscular perfection. There is a look in her eyes that you have never seen before, one of hope, faith. Her arm vibrates, muscles quaking. Do you take it? I'm sorry. Do we take the hand? We take the hand, yes? Hesitate for bad ending though? Everyone says yes. Everyone says yes. Get good as the best of for last. Take the hand. Everyone says yes. So... I would definitely go both routes anyway. Take her hand. You take her hand, staring into those hopeful eyes. Oh, to see that deep sapphire blue fill with the glow of friendship. She squeezes your hand so tightly you feel your fingers fracturing. Excellent! I knew you had the spark. Now to make a flame, to grind and crush and pummel the flint until it bursts into the roaring blaze of strength. I can't do the voice anymore. Sorry. Today I shall begin by testing your limits. Come. She leads you to the treadmill and the deep bubbling pit of acid directly behind it. You nervously step on it. We're going to measure your speed and stamina. Run until you can run no longer. She starts up the machine. She gives you a nice breezy jogging space at first, but the treads quickly begin to wear away at a blindingly fast rate. You're sprinting as hard as you can to keep up, holding desperately onto the arms of the treadmill. Come on, sister, grit your teeth. Put some thrusts into it. If you're not evacuating your acid tract by the time you're done, you aren't trying hard enough. I'm gonna thrash my voice until tomorrow. Sweat beads on your forehead as you push your legs to the limit, running like you're being chased by an angry drone. Your feet must be blurring like Sonic the fucking Hedgehog by now. The treads are moving ever faster and you can almost feel yourself slipping. Got to hold. Ugh! You lose your grip and go flying backwards, narrowly grasping onto the edge of the pit and dangling into it. Your toes singed by the acid. Youch. You hoist yourself up over the edge and roll to the side, hissing. Nihkee stands over you, clucking her tongue. Top speed 12 miles per hour. That's good, right? For bronze blood. Next test. She takes you from machine to machine in quick succession, each time commenting on your skill level. Your biceps are as terrible as Rusty's. Your lungs are gold at best. Your legs an unexpected cerulean, all the while taunting you, encouraging you to push yourself further. Frantically convert symmetric again. Okay. Dear God, everyone's just, oh jeez. Yep, that's right, Shell. 19 kilometers per hour, that's not bad. The desiccated corpse of my ancestor could be better than this. You struggle to deadlift a giant barbell made of dead monster skulls. Are you going to eject this May fluid all night long, or are you going to woman up? You go toe to toe with a punching bag that shoots sonic blasts at you whenever you hit it. Shape up her or get ejected on the near soul execution barge. You sob as the forces you do the 30 minutes of freeform jazzercise. That reminds me when my brother trained me. He was very much like Moolah here. Your jazz hands are terrible. By the time time an hour is up, you are panting and puffing, desperate for a break. Nihkee finally relents. Your reward for staying alive thus far. Stay hydrated, sister. She tosses you one of those protein shaker bottles that gym buffs are always chugging from. You regard the mixture within curiously for a moment before throwing caution to the wind and gulping it some down. When has imbibing alien substance ever hurt you before? But when the flavor hits your taste buds, you almost retch. Is this Gatorade mixed with milk? Nutritious and delicious. You keep chugging it. You need the liquids. Full though that may they be. Blah. Alright, lactose break over. Let's continue. The next leads you over to one of those Iron Maidens. This one doesn't actually look spiked. It just has a blunt, bumpy surface on the inside. Get in. What? Get in, sister. Gatorade mixed with milk? Sounds gross. Yep. You reluctantly step inside the Iron Maiden and the doors clump shut around you. This thing is far, far too tight for you, and the bumps are pressing into you from all sides, threatening to squeeze you away into nothing. You groan and push back against the walls, desperately trying to keep them from crushing you into a little human waffle. Just when you think your strength is about to give out, the maiden opens. Pressure resistance about olive level. These results are surprisingly adequate. Your potential continues to shine. Good work. Wow. This halfway point seems to mark a change in her attitude, as you continue to, just barely, preserve through everything she throws at you. Like a shake weight so powerful it leaves you shuddering intermittently through the next few exercises. Keep steady, sister! Don't lose heart on me now! A rowing machine that houses you with boiling water if you can't keep up the pace. Go! 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 We'll make a fuchsia medalist out of you yet. Fuchsia? Oh jeez. Literally being chased around a field outside by a giant toothy monster. Don't you dare allow this thing to the satisfaction of feasting on your bones. After hours of this grueling work, you finally collapse. You think some of your bones are broken, your heartbeat is coming in quick and irregular pulses, and you can hardly breathe. Your vision blurs and shifts at the edges. God, you're amazed you haven't passed out yet. Get up! Look at this woman! You glance weakly up at Nihkee, expecting her to be looking down at you with disdain. But instead, you see her crouching down and offering you her hand, wearing a smile. You take her hand and she pulls you up to your feet. It's a blush! I don't think trolls would be impressed by human stamina. I just think that MC is a bit overpowered by now because he's living on Alternia for so long. Maybe it's the atmosphere. No, Diana Banana. The look on her face now resembles pride. And when she claps her palm down on your shoulder, it only kind of hurts. You've done well, sister. I threw everything I had at you, and you soldiered on with a head held high, even as your body broke beneath the weight. I have never seen such commitment, such strength of heart and soul, such dedication to the craft, such appreciation for the most righteous of pursuits. You are no mere workout partner. You are a workout friend. A light blossoms inside you like the neighing of a horse. This feeling of power, of strength, of the bond between warriors, this is real and true. And this light will never, ever leave you. As you bask here in the satisfied and sweaty glow of a good workout, you realize that planets, universe, dimensions, realities, powers, principalities, and cosmos come and go, but being swole as fuck is forever. Victory! And still we have thinny noodly arms. I love it. I love it. Oh my god. Those shines were tears, yeah. Okay. Now we take the fail route. Do 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 do. We had already. Hesitate. You begin to offer your hand, but under her steely gaze, your resolve wavers. This all seems like a lot, too much even. You don't know if you're made of stuff, though enough for this training she seems to be offering. You would like to prove yourself, to become strong. You really would. But does she perhaps just maybe have any curses a little easier on soft and squishy creatures like yourself? The expression on her face grows terrifyingly blank. She's not scolding or snarling or snicking or any other S-word. She's just looking at you with the vaguest hint of disappointment dripping from her otherwise neutral expression. I see. You're like all the rest, aren't you? Unworthy to receive my gifts. Unwilling to reach your full potential. A pathetic, simpering thing, playing at dreams of muscular greatness it can never achieve, because it doesn't have the will for it. You're an insult to my art. You spit on my passion. Get the fuck out of my face and do not ever dare to return. Shrinking under her steely gaze, you quickly flee her hive. Is this it for you? Is this screen going to fade to black, replaced by a goofy, cartoonish end card and some somber game over music composed by artistic genius James Roke? James Roke, yes. No, you refuse. You are not yet ready to call this friendship caput. You'll show her and her draconian methods up. Damn it. It's time to get ripped. You're going to do it your own way and then return, and she will be so utterly impressed by your muscular growth that she will have no choice but to admit that you are friend material. Sadly, you do not know any other blue bloods characterized by an absolute love for muscles but bodybuilding. They are basically all total nerds actually, but you can perhaps think of someone from nearby who can help you. What? Not what I expected. The door swings open with gusto and you are greeted by a familiar smiling face. Oh! What an unexpected surprise! You really should have called or texted. Or did I literally anything else so alert me to the fact that you wanted to visit me at such short notice when my schedule is so terribly packed? But that's all right. I can squeeze in a meeting, I'm sure. Do come in, do come in. We see them together. You step past the threshold of the door and into her office/living room. Chizias is sprawled out across the couch, lazily holding a book up to her face. It looks like she's studying, which is a relief to you, because you would have felt terrible if you had to interrupt some intimate time between them. Unless studying is intimate for them, you kind of hope studying isn't intimate for anyone. The prospect terrifies. Would you like to join me and Zizi for some girl loaf? It's no imposition, I promise. You absolutely would. Absolutely would. Mean. You didn't know Stelza was a cook on top of everything else she does. Oh no, I could never. There simply isn't enough time. I'm just ordering from Door Smash. It's excellent stuff, really. It is. Sizzy has some very colorful words for the taste. It's pretty bitchin'. Yes, it's certainly that. Pencil or a good friend here for dinner date, can you, darling? They're literally right here already. We don't need to do that. Stelza pauses and blinks, as if processing a foreign concept. Right. Sometimes Stelza forgets that you don't have to put everything on the schedule. Which is fair. School feeding changes a troll. Stelza pulls up a chair and gestures for you to sit down in front of her desk. All that said, while we wait for the meal to arrive, let's get down to brass tacks. What brings you to my lovely abode tonight? Maybe they just want to see you. People don't always need a reason to be beyond that. You actually do have a reason, though. Shit. You explain it to Stelza that you have a friend, more accurately a friend-to-be, or perhaps acquaintance, or perhaps a person of charm-adjacent quality, however, who you would like to impress through the pursuit of personal fitness. You recall that Stelza was jogging when you met her, so maybe she could help you put together a fitness routine, and you could do some workouts together. Her expression lights up and she claps her hands together. Oh goodness, I would absolutely love that! My poor Zizi is usually far too tired and far too busy. Sometimes I don't know how I manage it myself. So I'd absolutely love a partner to keep a train Suzette running on time. Train Suzette. Oh, there it goes. My swallowing reflex was gone for a second. Happens to me sometimes. Assuming, of course, you won't be late yourself and can keep up with my pace. Fair warning. It's blistering. Isn't it, though, thanks, sweetums? You confidently assert that, if nothing else, you can keep pace with her. Your legs have seen a lot of use. Walking, running, fleeing, prostrating yourself before clowns. You know, the usual. Excellent! We'll set up some meeting, then I'll add you to my schedule. My people will call your people, etc., etc. Thanks for visiting. It's been ever so lovely to see you. Toodaloo! She's halfway through shoving you out the door when you remind her that she invited you in for a grub loaf. She hastily and apologetically pulls you back inside. Tizia snickering in the background. Don't know what I'd do if I didn't have cells. Someone has to be the energetic one in the squadron. The contrast is certainly a stark one. Has Tizia considered quaffing energy drinks here or there? Perhaps they could help keep her pep up. 1. I'd probably literally die. 2. You don't want to see me on energy drinks. Nobody does. Fair. You spend a while longer chatting with Tizia before the delivery arrives, and the 3 of you have dinner together. A grub loaf is exactly as bitchin' as advertised. A wonderful meal with wonderful friends. The perfect precursor to the fitness montage yet to come. You visit Zelsa multiple days a week, fitting yourself into her incredibly convoluted and packed schedule. The feat doesn't actually prove very hard. You basically only exist to spend time with friends. Her equipment is delightful, free of torture devices. Besides her step machine, she also owns quite a bit of smaller exercise paraphernalia, aerobics doodads and thingamajigs, yoga mats, jogging outfits, even one of those huge bouncy exercise balls which she bans you from using after you accidentally send it careening and into a carefully organized stack of books. Lol. Yeah. Oh damn, I have to have dinner with my lesbian friends sometime soon again. Cesar carries herself forward with a peppy, always on sense of gusto that can be difficult to keep up with. But her bright smile and encouraging attitude do wonders to keep you invested, to convince you that you really can acquire the swallowhood you've dreamed of. Oh jeez. By the end of the pedigree you are, well, you wouldn't exactly call yourself ripped, but your muscles are definitely toned in a way they previously were not. You feel hale and healthy, more energetic than ever, with a bit of an extra pep in your step. Apparently, regular exercises make you feel good? Wild. As you look at yourself in the reflection of the acid puddle, you flex and watch your muscles bulge. Fuck yeah, it's time. At least you hope it's time. You climb into your scuttle buggy and prepare to set the autopilot to Nihkee's place, but something stills your hand. Some strange sensation that has been surely settling in your stomach. A sense of unease, of dread. Your days of foolish ignorance are long past, and in their place a burgeoning understanding of the universe in which you exist, and the harsh laws by which it rules in its inhabitants. You are beginning to fear made the wrong choice with all the consequences such a lapse in judgment entails. Will you ever truly befriend Nihkee, or are you cursed to live for who knows how long in the world without her sweet smile to cure your insatiable addiction. I was the lesbian friend once. Aww. That's cool. Mayhap you need to not wonder. Mayhap the time has come to look inside yourself and know. You are going to give your chakras one real motherfucker of a blitzing. It's going to take mood music of the highest caliber. Having picked up some meditative tips from Boldier, you navigate your scuttlebuggy radio DL to an achromatic buzz station, which is currently playing some soothing ocean sound. The gentle lap of water meeting the shore, the rhythmic beat of the tide, as steady and as sweet as a mother's heartbeat. It's interspersed with distant honks and weird animal chittering, of course, because this is still fucking Alternia. You lean back into your seat, reclining it as far as it can go, and sink into the cushiony softness. Something sharp is poking at your rib, but you try to ignore it. You close your eyes and you allow the white noise to flood your senses, blocking everything else out. Oh yeah, you are really vibing this shit right now. Chakra status blitzed, and to high hell. Isn't that really how you... Okay. You imagine causality as a river. Every choice a branch, tributaries upon tributaries, winding ever downward, pooling in lakes and of inevitability. The pit in your stomach gnaws. Yeah, this music is nice. It all ends here. Stagnant, bitter water reeking of death. The ocean ever out of reach. Your soul ever yearning for the single solitary estuary among all those ceaseless spillways. You take a deep breath. Water laps at your sides and tickles your ears. You are adrift. You feel the gentle bob as you float down the river. Hear the rush like a ticking clock. Gravity as time pulling you ever forward. Which river is this? To what end does it deliver you? Your breathing slows, then shudders. You feel the rapids approach. The rivers blur. Then shift your heart rewinds, misses a beat, a surge of emotion. Water streaking down the curve of your cheek, your lungs ache. Which lungs? Which river? Which you? You try to focus, but the water beats at you brows, leeches your arms and legs too tired to swim. You try for another deep breath, but nothing comes. With a tumultuous gasp, you sink beneath the surface to the churning darkness below. Here, amidst the battering onslaught, the images come, whirls of emotion, of sound, of thought, memories best forgotten or never known, lakes meant to remain uncharted. The crack of thunder, rain and tearfall, a single drop of olive, the record skips. What? I got goosebumps. feast through rage. The whirl of the carousel horses whiny as the calliope sings. The circle takes you. Searching eyes implore you. The puppet strings stretch forward the moon. The flash of a blade, the spray of blood. Her strings are cut. The crackle of energy, the world of gone grayscale. Eyes deeper than the deepest pit, a shuddering final breath. You are lost, lungs burning, water clogging every inch. You furrow your brow, think, find your river. Those are like 3-4 pictures, and coughing, wheezing, a final rattling gasp. Panic seizes you, a resounding crack, the stamp of hooves, the ricochet of gunfire, the death of one, of thousands. A low, sinister honk, footfalls, loud and deep, the swing of a club, blood of the pavement, blood on the pavement. Dark, acrid smoke, indistinct voices and crackling in intercom. A lurch beneath you, feet thrown out, neon energy crackling green. I have no idea what this is, Evie fan. Evie fan. Damn, this is bad ending on Nihkee is damn. Choking desperate, lungs aflame. You focus your will. Where are you? Which are you? Find your river. Piercing eyes, a stern, uncompromising gaze. The stench of acid, crushing spikes, the body worn to nothing, all for her approval. The puff of exertion, grey muscles flex and spirits lighten, a gulp of water, the shine of a smile. A looping tape mirrors the mind like a time infinite. The tributary splits and you finally drift down your chosen route, freshwater visions as you float toward the surface. A carefree decision, scuttling legs and the thrum of an engined cityscapes passing by. Stern anger, a fist tightly clenched, shaking barely restrained hope crushed under rigid foot. A plan poorly conceived. Desperation, madness, friendship at all costs. Navy blood pooling on... What?! Ah, my other leg, it says. Navy blood pooling on the concrete, troll and plan, both collapsing, cold hatred in her eyes. Damn, you can see the bone! What the heck? What? That never happened. Tense footfalls on the pavement, muscles strained to the exhaustion, the sun rising over a desperate chase. Escape sweet bliss soon to shatter, blood and bone turn to steel. Fruitless assistance, your clothing, your soul stained with blood, no more, no more. One more step, one more desperate step, one foot after another in the endless chase. Drenched in fear and sweat, hidden but not well enough. What is that? Nihkee Borg's a searing blue eye flashes in the darkness. There's no more hiding. You close your eyes. The curtains fall. One final heartbeat at the end of all things. You emerge from beneath the surface with a gasp, coughing up water, and oh, it's just you, sitting in your scuttle buggy, gentle with a gentle white noise still playing on the radio. That was more than intense. And she is not okay. I am not okay. Oh. Oh, Jesus, what the heck? You take a moment to catch your breath, your heart thumping against your ribcage like it wants to crawl out and beat you senses for subjecting it to all of that health shit. Phew! Okay, enough meditation for one day. You think you're just going to reach over and kinda set the autopilot to Celsa's house instead of Nike's. Yeah. You have no idea if this will avert or merely delay some horrifying and grisly end or another, but it's better than the alternative. And besides, you really want some more of that bitchin' grub loaf. Cyborg Stelza, Cyborg Nihkee, what the fucking hell? Let's never meditate again. This was some weird shit. Mario Gamer 20. Same here. What the actual pooper poop. Volume 18? I don't know, but oh, before we go to volume 18, we have Mrs. to go here. But before I continue, I need something to drink. I'll be right back, everyone. I'll be right back. I definitely need a hot chocolate upon all of this mess. Ooh boy. Be right back. I am. My favorite drink from my favorite cup. Hot chocolate. Thank you, Daraya, for the slurp in the chat. Okay, let's see. Am I on camera? Good. Am I well on camera? Yes, I am. Okay. Now it's Daraya's turn. Same, the official time agent. That's why I needed hot chocolate. Thank you, Ledge. Yeah, I need those breaks as well, because I know my limits, and you should never push you beyond your limits. Because if you do that too often, I mean, sure, yeah, depends on the limit. What am I talking? I have no idea what I'm talking about, but you should always know where you have to set a limit. Anyway, let's continue, shall we? With Daraya Jonjet. Yay, Diana Banana, hot Choco Bros. Your feet drag as you walk, every limb heavy, every limb heavy and slow, and your thoughts are cloudy and dull. Your palm husk is filled with unanswered texts. You feel guilty about this in the back of your mind, where real feelings live crammed together because the front of your mind is too busy being lethargic and numb. Being a bad friend goes against the core tenets of your beliefs, but answering text just seems like too much effort. You are not sure where this particular malaise came from, just that the usual friend-making animus that drives you is still there, but it doesn't feel strong enough to overcome how tired you are of everything else. You can't quite remember how it felt to care that much about companionship and camaraderie. Cherry bomb. What? In fact, right now you can't remember how it felt to care about much of anything. Your thoughts drift to fantasies of driving your car into the uninhabited Alternian desert until you run out of fuel and perhaps letting the sun have its way with you. No. It could be part of that feeling that you've almost made all the friends there are to make. Part of that feeling that you've almost made all the friends there are to make, and that there's little left for you to do on this planet. It could be weeks of trauma catching up and sinking you into depression to protect you from thinking about it all. Either way, it just feels like so much effort to do anything, and you'd sort of welcome oblivion if it showed up right now to offer its sweet embrace. Well, Scuttlebuggy possibly needs fuel of some sort. Everything that works needs fuel of some sort, even if it's just food for the bug, I suppose. Your listless walking has taken you into a familiar neighborhood. The cerulean part of town. You smile as your reminiscence sweet memories peeking through like beams of sunlight through the fog of your apathy. Pumpkin's planning something. Pumpkin! What are you planning? Pumpy! Not far from here is Malek's hive with all of its hacking equipment and charming upper middle class atmosphere of entitlement and compromise mixed with vaguely socially aware concern. And though you've only seen pictures of it on Twitter, you know that Ramil's hipster art studio hive is also in the neighborhood. And one block over is Adata's place, which have you your gruesome and troubling introduction to Eternian social mores. One taught you love, one taught you patience, one taught you pain, or something like that. The hive you're closest to is actually Elward's, and as you shamble closer you realize that a lot of other trolls seem to be converging here too. Fishing out your palmas, you see the unwritten message from Elwood is an invitation to a party to her place. Looking around you feel a flame of your old desire to meet and greet rekindling in your heart. There are plenty of trolls here you haven't met yet, plenty of opportunities for friendship. The now roaring fire in your belly feels a little artificial, like someone just injected you with friend-making hormones to flood you out your regular human melancholy. But you're not going to complain because this is vastly preferable. Let's actually take a look here. Yeah. As you're walking briskly towards Elwood's hive, you spot a troll lurking in the shadows by Elwood's back door. Curious, you approach, and when you get closer, you can spot the jade green in her outfit. Although there's not much of her blood color in comparison to what most other trolls seem to sport, because she's mostly wearing black and spikes and black spikes. It's you. Guess it makes sense you'd be here. You're probably friends with Elwood, huh? Whatever. Yeah, you're friends with Elwood, but you didn't come here for the party. You're just in the neighborhood. You try to mimic Daraya's defected sludge. It's not hard, as you can just channel the you from about 60 seconds ago, who was very disaffected indeed. From the approving arc of Daraya's eyebrows, you think you're doing a pretty good job. Yeah, parties are lame. She's blushing! She's blushing! Most parties are anyway. This one might be cool. Oh, it's pretty cool. I mean, she seems alright. I don't think that she's that cool as just cool. I just think her hair and clothes or personality don't completely suck as all. You tactfully don't comment on the green blush to Daraya's cheeks when she's talking about Elwood, nor the way she keeps glancing at the door like she's hoping someone would invite her in. She's clearly trying to sneak into this party and doesn't have an invite. When a branch snaps in the bushes, Daraya startles and looks around shiftily. You wonder if she's supposed to be out on her own this far from the caverns at all. Lesbian energy. Big gay energy. I'm not a baby like One-Chi. When you say Wriggler, so what if I snuck out? The closer rules are so lame. Bronya is so lame. I can't believe I would used to hang out with her, but I guess if she hadn't befriended Bronya, then I never would have met her. It's hard to meet non-J-Bloods in the caverns. All the time you're underground with nothing but Lucy and grubs and the same stupid shades every day. It sucks down there. Daraya's imitation of Grubhorn bracelets. The Grubhorn bracelets clunkers before. Wait. Imitation Grubhorn bracelets. Okay. Clunk as she folds her arms over her chest. Her heavy makeup makes it look like her eyes are twin black holes, where all sense of fun and caring about things might go to die. She's giving you a marked contrast from how Bronya talked about the caverns, with the peace and quiet and safety they offered compared to Alternia's surface. And other than that time Linera nearly killed you in the cave, that time you were nearly trampled by a rampaging Lucis, you remember liking the caverns. You would think that. Don't know why I thought you might be cool. You might be friends with Elwood, but you're also friends with Bronya and Linera. They're two almost boring trolls on this planet. No, they're not. You can't help but feel slightly defensive of your friends. Sure, Linera is Linera, but you wouldn't call her boring. And Bronya is very fond of rules, it's true, but she can hang. Whatever. This conversation is dumb. I don't care if you can't get me into the party or nothing matters anyway. Just make your stupid choice and get on with it. Suggest she goes home, party hard. What do you think is the first instant fail? I want to have the instant fail out of the way. You learn Gothicness while I learn the play. You're being Goth, I certainly say. So what do you think is the instant bad ending? Instant bad ending, come on. Go home, go home, go home, party hard, go home. She knows MC's choices. Maybe it's just not really that. Prop go home I guess. And any known friends and dating sim would be suggested to go home. Instant fail, but it's friendsim, so I don't know. Home? Let's suggest she goes home. Thinking about the Jade Blood caverns has got you really missing them. The quiet monotony of the cute little grubs, the dank air and darkness. You can't think of a better place to lie down and have a depression nap, perhaps even a depression coma. So you straighten up out of your slouch and tell Daraya that regardless of her opinion on Bronya and how cool or lame she is, those cloister rules probably exist for a reason, right? Maybe the two of you can both go back to the caverns together. I told you it's an pose. fine. Be a goody two-strap pod encasements. I'm gonna go somewhere where it's not so lame. I'm the lame one. Bye. Tell her to go back on Tumblr. Oh no. Party hard. Let's party hard this stuff. Party hard. What the hell? It's not your job to keep anyone in line, and it's not like you have a great understanding of why even all the Jade Bloods need to stay underground. Anyway, if Daraya wants to sneak into parties and get into trouble, who are you to say no? Daraya expresses no pleasure at your decision to get her into the party. She just shrugs and rolls her eyes. You shrug and roll your eyes back. You can't play the role of disaffected teen with the best of them. You take her around to the front door. Hey, you're looking forward to seeing Elwood again. When you met her, you didn't have really as many friends as you do now. And in retrospect, you know you came off as kind of psychopathic. Excuse me, that word is weird to my tongue. Wouldn't it be great if you could introduce Elwood to the new popular and knowledgeable you? As you're walking up the steps, a huge shadow dwarfs yours. You look up to see Chahoot of all trolls grinning above you. Chahoot of all trolls. Well, hey, little one. Well, hey, little one. I remember you. And who's this new little one you've got with you? Chahoot switches her interest from you to Daraya, grinning down at her. Daraya isn't huge for a Jade Blood or anything, but she seems absurdly tiny with Chahoot looming down at her like that. Her face remains impassive and bored, but she scuffs one of her big black boots on the ground and twists one of her spiky braces around on her wrist. Cute. Don't see too many little jays outside of the caverns. I've always found greenies fascinating, so devoted to the continuation of the species. What a holy mission. This picture! Just this picture! Chert moves slow and lazily like she has all the time in the world and no conceivable reason to rush, and reaches out to pat Daraya's shoulder. She lets her hand linger, one claw resting against Daraya's neck. Damn! That is intimidating. Oh no. My screen turned black. No! Okay, it's back again. I got a heart attack from that. Oh jeez. Ain't it a dangerous proposition to be so far away from your green brothers and sisters? Unless you're hiding something in those pretty veins. A slimy chill runs down your spine. Daraya seems frozen to the spot, staring straight ahead at Chahoot's bosom in front of her. You think Chahoot is joking, but it can be hard to tell with clowns. Their humor is just so much more highbrow than everyone else's. Oh yes, I'm such a clown fan. Take me now. Take me. Just joking. This looks like a good party, even if Elwood's a party. Even if Elwood is too less famous for my taste sometimes. See both of you little ones inside. She's so uncomfortable. But not. Oh, damn. And then she ambles away, bending down to duck inside the door to the party. You hear party sounds, music and laughter, and clinking drinks and what could be the sound of someone being murdered, which qualifies as party noise on this planet. But then the door swings shut again, and you and Daraya look at... Oh, no, 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 come on! Black screen again. Damn. What is happening? Why is the screen blackening? I have to check the cables 1 second. Were alright, apparently. Then the door swings shut again, and you have cats. Come here, pumpkin. Say hi to the stream. Oh, you're so fluffy. You're my pillow now. He's so fluffy. Shut again, and you and Daraya look at each other. Daraya's heavy makeup can make it hard to read her expression, but you can still tell that she's rattled. You know what? It looks like this party is filled with the lame conformers. All these high bloods that buy into the system and do what they're told, even Elwood. We can find something better to do somewhere else. Cat, yep, it's Pumpkin. Everyone says hello, Pumpkin. Everyone says hello. Everyone likes you. Okay. Yeah, to hell with this party. You're down to find your own fun, especially if that means not putting Daraya in the way of potentially murder-happy clowns. As you saunter away from the party, you realize that Daraya is looking at you expectantly. That's cool to know, Captain Frostpaws. well, you've got this reputation for being all unconventional and weird and rebellious. Everyone seems to think that you're like totally fucking with the conventions of society or whatever. So you got any suggestions for cool shit to do? God, you've sure felt a lot of pressure to be quirky since word has spread about your manic pixie dream alien ways. It's not like you're trying to be a vehicle for other characters to project onto, assisting in character growth and insight for those around you, while your impulsive decisions and carefree ways somehow keep yourself stagnant and forever unchanged. It just seems to be sometimes be like that. Anyway, you're tired and it's daunting to have a punk team expecting you to come up with suggestions for cool stuff. You have a feeling that she's just going to shoot down whatever you suggest. You rack your brain trying to think of anywhere from your many adventures that Daraya might like. Your think pen comes up with zilch and squat, and she's starting to look bored with you. Confessing that you can't think of anything is probably an option if you want Daraya to be your friend, and as exhausted as disillusioned as you feel with your socialite routine, you like her and you want to bond. Dunno, what do you wanna do? Or wander the streets like hoodlums? Which one do you prefer? Or which one should I take to fail? Hoodlums, so second, first. Failures, dunno. Dunno. I have 3 dunnos and 2 wondering. Let's ask her what she wants to do. Wouldn't be the first time to get murdered, I mean. Okay. Most of you said dunno. But it's really split actually, but dunno seems to be one more. Yeah. As far as I can count anyway. And I can't count. Plot twist! Oh look, her horns are shiny. Like you would, okay, let's go with, I don't know, what do you want to do? You tell Daraya that you have no ideas for cool things to do because everything on this planet is lame. But she's from here, so doesn't she know of any non-lame place to go? Ugh, I told you I'm stuck on the ground all the time. It's not my fault that I'm literally sheltered and never get to do anything fun. Oops. Maybe this was the wrong approach. She seems pissed at you. But then Daraya sighs loudly and uncrosses her arms from her chest. I do know of one place that's pretty alright, I guess. Better than here, anyway. It's far though. Not a problem. You've got wheels. You weren't walking around the neighborhood because, well, you felt lifeless and glum. And your car needs alien fuel, which you've been reluctant to ask someone to get because you don't want to be told it runs on grub grease or something like that. Yep, that's true. But now you have purpose again, and you're more than willing to provide transportation and services in service of your new friendship goal. You take Daraya to your car parked a few blocks away, and she directs you where to go. You drive through neighborhood after neighborhood, through the yellow blood slums where you met Folokal and Kuprum, the busy urban sector where you had adventures with Tagora, and the ultra indigo blood enclave where Galek lives. Eventually the buildings get sparse and you think about how you were yearning to drive out into the barren landscape and not die. Maybe, but stop but just a little, just let it all in. You don't think Daraya would take you damn all the way out here just for you to both meet sweet oblivion, but who knows, trolls can be kinda hard to predict. Just when you think you've reached a point where there can't be any more city or suburbs left, a rubble of massive old buildings comes into view. It looks almost like a miniature version of the main Altonian city that you're used to, except it's all abandoned and mostly ruined. Nothing around here looks inhabitable. Rumor has it that some of the trolls who lived here pissed off the Condess, so she called this whole town. That would have been way back in the day. It's ancient history now. If there were any survivors, I guess they'd be either dead or up in space. Anyway, all these old buildings are kinda sick. There's never anyone else here, and I'm into that. You drive until she tells you to stop in front of a huge crumbling building, and even though this thing is half gone, you can still tell it's a ball. Damn, there's not enough oxygen in this room. It seems a bit different from the mall you visited with Felipa. Even aside from the fact that it's totally dark and there's no one inside it, it seems more old-fashioned, a lot more like one of your familiar Earth malls. Ooh. Every dystopian movie you've ever seen has taught you to be extremely wary of abandoned malls, and you feel pretty nervous as Daraya takes you up the rickety frozen escalator. It's so dark you can barely see your hand in front of your face. You're trying not to show your fear, because you don't want to look like a wuss in front of Daraya, but you can't hold back a whimper when your foot lands on a step that makes a distinctive about to collapse noise. Don't be scared. It's okay, I've climbed all over this place 1,000 times, and anything that isn't already a disintegrator is sturdy enough. And there's no risk of culling out here because, well, everyone's already been cold. She's gentler towards you than you would have expected, given her cynical and spiky demeanor. You swallow your fear as you reach the top of the escalator and tell her that it's chill. You just have some horror movie associations. Dara turns and pats you stiffly on the arm. You would never tell her this, but Her reassuring manner once she's noticed someone is in distress kind of reminds you of Bronya. It's worth it when come on, Ashbur, pull yourself together. It's worth it when you get to the cool part. Come on. Shit continues to be dark for a while, though. You see some light up ahead. As you get closer to the hall, it opens up into a food court. And you see that the light is moonlight shining through the mostly absent roof. And Daraya was right. There's something extremely surreal and cool about a decrepit, empty food court with the roof paved in. Rubble sits atop cafeteria tables, and plastic food trays are scattered on the floor. And okay, that might be the remains of a troll skeleton still wearing a musty, disintegrated fast food uniform, which is less cool and makes you remember that this place is abandoned because the Condescent sent drones here to murder everyone. You wanna know the weirdest thing about this mall? It seems like actual adults used to maybe work here. I've gone through... Well, that must be... Wait, the banning of the adults was all way back... That was ages ago! That was all way back when the summoner led up his army. F for fast food troll. But that means this ruin is like hundreds of years old in our, like, yeah, it must be. I've gone through a lot of the stores and some of them are for adult-sized things. And there's a store just like just for like shit the drones bring you down now. There's army supplies for going off-world too. If this mall was for adults, it must be really fucking ancient. Yeah. Jeez. Has it really been that long since there were any adults on this planet? Even after all your time on Alternia, that still kind of freaks you out. Summoner did... Summoner had to. That must... what must that be like to grow up entirely without adults? To live on a planet that's nothing but kids? Daraya gives you a weird look. What would it even be like to have adults down here too? That sounds way more dangerous than stupid. It's not like we're all wigglers. Trolls have to grow out of that mindset pretty fast. People have responsibilities or whatever the fuck, or at least they pretend to. And there's training and stuff for Jades. We're basically trapped. Maybe you think that a planet of kids wouldn't mean you can do whatever you want, but I've never had any freedom. And I'll have even less as an adult. Cloistered Jades aren't even allowed to join the Imperial Army. Instead we get shipped off to live in isolation. We're forbidden to contribute genetic material to the slurry and... What? That doesn't make sense. And no paling is allowed once we mature. For some I don't know bullshit old-fashioned reason that I pretty much don't understand at all. Which makes my headcanon from Diaries of an Alternian fucking true! It doesn't make any sense, but my headcanon is true. On Alternia, your whole future is decided the second you're hatched. People tell me all the time that I have it lucky as a Jade Blood, but I don't feel lucky at all. Oof. Yeah, you agree with Daraya that the future she's described sounds bleak as hell, right? It's going to fucking suck. And it's shitty that I have it good. I mean, at least I don't have a certain early death in my future, unlike a lot of low bloods. The system is so fucked up, and it's never gonna change, and I hate it here. I just want a way out of it. Look at her! Maybe when you go back to your home planet, you could take me with you. I would explain my headcanon that basically Jade Bloods, or at least some Jade Bloods, not all of them, that was my headcanon anyway, are designated to live in the caverns to take care of the grubs, and that they have to live in abstinence, basically. And that was what Wriggle's first girlfriend had to go through. And when he tried to get her out of there because they were in love, things turned to shit. You cannot, Diana Banana, you can see it all in Diaries of an Alternian, basically. But trolls on Earth? Hell yeah! If trolls become a reality and we see them coming along, I'd be all up for that, no matter if we die the next moment. The request comes out of the left field, and for a few seconds you just blink at her stupidly. Even with all that angry black makeup around her eyes, she just looks so sad. Sad and lost. You wish you had a different answer to give her, but you tell her that you can't take her back to your planet because you don't know how, when, or if you're ever going home. You've been trying not to contemplate the future because on the rare occasion that you do it, let yourself think about it, existential dread tends to take over. Dread. Yeah, that's the word for it. Captain Frosty Paws? I don't think so, because that wouldn't make any sense. That wouldn't make much sense at all for the timeline and Homestuck and everything. The older I get, the more I realize how shitty things are. I try not to think about it, just like you, but it still hits home sometimes, and when it does, I don't feel like angry or rebellious. Instead, I feel completely fucking paralyzed. This too is a familiar emotion to you. You feel for Daraya, who has wandered over to the middle of the food court and is staring up through the cave and caving at the moans. She has her arms wrapped around her middle, and the spiky Julia and jagged haircut and big black boots don't do anything but anything to make her look less small. Aww. Shell, that's pretty much out of the well. We might think of that when the next chapter of HIVESWAP comes out, which is, now that I think about it, it's more than a year ago. Damn. Everyone's so curious about Slarpus. You wish you knew what to say to make her feel better. You've done a decent job at cheering up dejected trolls in the past, but it's hard when you're feeling so crappy about your own situation. You mutter something about how things could still get better, but you never know what the future holds, yada yada yada. And she looks at you like she knows just how hollow your words are. You sound just like Grania. Next you're going to tell me how important J-Bloods are and what an honor all this responsibility is. Give me a break. Optimism is for chumps and losers. Keeping grubs safe doesn't matter. The continuation of our species doesn't matter. Nothing any of us do fucking matters. I wouldn't say it that way. Not at all. That's just emo feelings here. You feel your blood getting hot to match the steel that's now in her voice. A sick part of you finds this train of thought a lot more viscerally satisfying than trying to cheer her up, which wasn't working anyway. You stamp your feet and so does she. I can't believe anyone bothers trying to carve out a real life on this worthless shithole of a planet. There's no point, we might as well all be cold. In the back of your mind, you know you should maybe be disagreeing with some of this, but you're too worked up to care. Maybe Daraya's right, maybe nothing matters. I'd say Prince, because bards lead to destruction through their aspect. They do, while princes destroy their aspect. But we already have a Prince of Hope. That's fucking right. Maybe I should just quit. You falter in your righteous fury. Maybe quitting is going a bit far. Maybe the high bloods that go around causing death and destruction just because they can have the right idea. This is starting to not sound good or so great. What doesn't sound so great about it? Who cares if I decide I don't want to be a caretaker and instead just burn the shit down for fun? There's no point to anything, so what does it matter? Who cares? Daraya's hands are balled into fists and her teeth are barred as she glares at you. You open your mouth, maybe to tell her that you care, even though that would probably sound trite, but no words come out. She scoffs and turns away from you and jumps up on a crumbly-looking cafeteria table. You know what? Fuck this. Friendship is as pointless as everything else. She picks up one of the chairs and you really need to stop being surprised at the strength of even the scrawniest looking trolls and hurls it at the nearest fast food stall. You thought it was just a random throw at first, but it appears that she was aiming at it with precision because it crashes into a tank of fuel connected to the oven. You're not sure how alternate cooking technology works, but the stall explodes in a huge green-tinged fireball that knocks you on your ass. Shit! No! You watch in horror from your ass-level vantage point as the flames lick into the restaurants on either side. Explosions happening around the food court like dominoes. Daraya stands on her table in the middle of it, unmoving even as the fire threatens to envelop her. This is probably the only place I actually like on this whole planet. So good riddance. If it's gone, one less thing to care about. With all the dust and debris of the smallest coming down fast around you, you desperately want to get Daraya out of here, but you desperately want to save yourself more, and Daraya doesn't look like she wants to be saved. You make a feeble attempt going over to her and trying to grab her around the waist to get her out of here, but she kicks you hard in the chest. Her steel-toed combat boots send you flying, and it's once again 0 days since you last broke your ribs. As used to this pain as you are, it still takes you a second of lying on the floor in agony before you can push yourself up to look back at the food curd. A wall of fire now separates you from the tables inside. You can't even see Daraya anymore. Your heart sinks. Maybe she'll come to her senses and pull herself up out of danger, escape through the caved-in roof. Maybe she'll get out some other way. You stumble to your feet, half thinking that maybe you can find water or a fire extinguisher in some part of this mall that isn't burning up, but smoke chokes your lungs, and in your panic your human survival instincts take over. You dash down the escalator as a mall infrastructure starts to crumble around you, and you don't want to abandon Daraya, but it's all you can do to get your own sorry self out of here alive. That's the game over route. Oh no, we killed the troll again. Fucking damn it. Joey? My cat is being silly here. Joey! What's your problem, Joey? I can see you. I have to fix something Joey messed up. Were you able to see Pumpkin? Pumpkin was... Come here, Pumpkin. Pumpkin was standing here and looking up towards the camera. Yeah, Pumpkin, Pumpkin, the king of the stream. Okay, now we go for the true route, for the winning route. Wander the streets like hoodlums. Here's the thing, your weirdest and best adventures have happened to you when you've decided to be spontaneous and just let shit happen. Adventures and coolness are both hard things to plan. So what are you suggesting? That we just wander? The derisive tone makes you hesitate, but well, yes, that's exactly what you're suggesting. Daraya gives you a long, considering look. You hold your breath, then she shrugs. Okay, whatever, sure. Not like I have anything better to do. Let's just go. Look at these troll chums in the background. You meander through the well-maintained cerulean streets, heading downtown. This seems like a good opportunity to get to know your new potential friend. So you start by asking her some fairly simple questions. To the face shape. Yep. I don't see Tagora anywhere. Oh, up there! Yeah! Now I see. Tagora and Christmas tree horns. Galek, maybe. That definitely is Tagora. Oh shit, yeah! Christmas tree horns. And Gorgor. You meander through the well-maintained cerulean streets heading downtown. It seems like fairly simple. Asking her something. How am I? See, gee, I don't know. I'm forbidden to leave the stupid caverns, and as a jade blood, all I have to look forward to is a life of being forbidden to do things. How do you think I am? Okay, you try to walk that one back a little. It sounds like Daraya is unsatisfied with the jade blood setup. That's one way to put it. You could also say that I'm unsatisfied with, like, the whole setup of my species. You've been here a while now. Don't tell me you haven't noticed that every part of our society is transparent bullshit. You glance around, because Daraya is right. You've been around for a while, and that means you know enough to know that if the wrong people overhear this kind of talk, you'd both get cold on the spot. But everyone here seems distracted by their own nonsense. Cautiously, you concede, but that, yeah, you've noticed a certain bullshit aroma. Yep, it all stinks. No one has any kind of real future except for the highest of the high bloods. And actually, I've heard that things pretty much suck for them too. Some might say that purple bloods are the most disprivileged class of them all. You're just going to continue to not comment on that one. Instead, you point out that being a Jade Blood Daraya has a purpose beyond just growing up to become fodder in the Imperial Army, like you've heard other trolls mention. Surely that counts as a real future? Don't get me started. Suffice to say, I'm not exactly type about purpose that I supposedly have. More like the purpose that was arbitrarily assigned to me. But it's not like we have any choice. And rebelling in any sort of real way would put me in danger of a culling. Life here is pretty much just hopeless. Damn. You wish you had a good counter-argument. You want to give her some words of comfort, but what can you even say? Daraya's right. That's grim. At least you're honest. Thanks for not bullshitting me. You know, Linnea said you were good to talk about real stuff. I guess she was right. That's... Huh! You're surprised that Lynira is going around talking about you, saying positive things even. But you're more surprised that Daraya is bringing her up in a non-derisive context. You didn't know that Daraya and Lynira were close? Ugh, no. Gross. I hate Lynira. And not in a romantic way. Or, well... Anyway, never mind. I don't know why, but I love this sprite the most. The like, you know... I don't know. Dora looks embarrassed and flustered and also pissed at you. At least you've gotten the subject away from how hopeless everything is. But still, you don't want this friendship to sour. What does that mean? You know, never mind. As you're scanning your user's brain for a tactful subject change, you're saved with the footsteps of a new troll approaching. Again! Enthusiasts! And as luck would have it, you know this troll. It's Theseus, which makes sense because your meandering has taken you and close to Theseus' favorite book hive. Oh, it's you. What are you doing here? Never mind. I don't even need to ask. You're obviously making friends with the straight blood. Searching for some dumb shit to do, no doubt. Don't let me keep you. Theseus, I hope I wasn't too quiet, by the way. Theseus looks just as exhausted as you remember. As you remember, not remember. You don't want her to go just yet, because it's been a while since you've seen her, and you're always eager for an opportunity to catch up with as friend, especially one of the less murderous ones. Then you notice Daraya eyeing Theseus' mug of unidentifiable liquid, and an idea occurs to you. What's up with you guys? Seriously. My cats are being rambunctious again. Joey! Wanna be in the spotlight today, Joey? She's looking at my hand. She's looking at my hand, guys. No, she doesn't wanna. You get excited, bouncing a little on the balls of your feet as you introduce Theseus and Daraya to each other. You explain to Theseus with a meaningful look that you hope she'll interpret correctly that you and Daraya were just conversing about the more unjust aspects of Alternian society and how hopeless everything seems to be. What do you mean, the more unjust aspects? Does Alternian society have aspects that are not unjust? I'm sweeps into studying our legal system, and I haven't found any. Daraya makes a muffled sound that could be a laugh. You make your meaningful look more meaningful. Doesn't Theseus remember that conversation she had with you about justice and the shitty system? The importance of possibly futile work to try and improve things someday? Kissing? Theseus squints at you, then takes a long slurp from her mug. Right. Yeah, I remember. You wave your hands around. Now we're talking. Theseus is one of the friends you've made that seemed not only notice that shit was fucked, but wanted to dedicate herself to unfucking the shit as much as she could. Of course, many of your dear friends try to make the world a little better in various clumsy and interpersonal, distinctly alternate ways. You think of Chixie striving for... Yeah, we haven't met Chixie twice. I want to meet her twice as well. Striving for her music even when it pits her against Highbloods, the baffling but sweet ways that Cornel and Daraya and Galek and Tagore care for each other. And Fozzer's commitment to political weight. Why did you think of that guy? He's a total shill for the contest. Yeah, why did we think of that guy? Why did we think of Fozzer? Anyway, Theseus has a big picture mentality and a cause that she believes in. And the simple fact that she hasn't yet completely given up is inspiring. Daraya is inspiring. Daraya is struggling with feelings of despair, so maybe Theseus could talk to her about the work that she's been doing. Fozzer is still wacky. There's non-real canon to Fozzer right here. What? No, I'm not struggling. It's whatever. I don't even care. Daraya kicks at the ground sulkily. Theseus looks at her over her eyes, lingering on the jade symbol on her shirt and her spiky black jewelry, then sighs. Sure you don't care. I went through a phase of telling myself that too. I thought it would make it much... it would make it easier to deal. But nah. Theseus pauses for another mug slurp, and you think she might be enjoying the opportunity to monologue a little bit. Daraya huffs. The only thing that helps, and I'm not even sure that helps, is the right word for it. Is finding something to work on in your own little corner. To try and make shit a little less. But there's nothing I can do in my corner. It's pointless to pretend otherwise. And that goes for everyone. Like, this whole system is designed to help Highblood stamp out dissent in every corner. One troll can't do anything against something like that. Oh, not everyone. Goofy boy, fake Fozzer. Why fake Fozzer? She says caring immensely, yep. Theseus' eyebrow twitches as she stares at Darius, clearly peeved at being interrupted. Uh-oh, this could be going better. Well, no shit. What do you take me for? I'm not saying that all it takes is standing up and fighting for what's right, or something stupid like that. It's obviously a surefire way to get told. Well, then what are you saying? How can you even know whatever piddly little action you're taking will change anything? I can't tell you the future, dumbass. No one can give you a guarantee that any kind of action taken will be ultimately effective. You have to decide for yourself that it's worth it to try anyway. Why would you think it's worth it when everything around us confirms that nothing will ever change? I can't believe you're calling me dumbass when that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Theseus looks like she's about ready to throw out the contents of her mug in Daraya's face. Knowing trolls, she'd probably follow up with the mug itself. This is not the conversation you'd hope for at all. You step in front of things and get any more heated. You tell Theseus that you're sorry and that you didn't flag her down just so that her ideas could get shit on. You turn to Daraya. who is staring at the both of you with a defiant look on her face and stubborn set on her jaw. This kind of kid, she's just so dead set on rebelling against anyone who tries to tell her anything with even the faintest whiff of authority. Yeah, I know people like that who are like, I hate it like it is, but I don't want to change it because I want to be in misery. I'm over-exaggerating here, but still, I know people who are just like that, over-exaggeration. You really thought that maybe all that attitude could be channeled into something productive that would also help her feel better and possibly even give her a sense of purpose. You're not mad, just disappointed. Don't give me that look, okay? I was just stating my opinion. But I guess I could have been less of a bone bulge about it. You're pleasantly surprised that Daraya more or less apologized. Tuzia's looks mollified too. This shit just makes me so angry. Angry and sad and helpless. Like I don't even know what to do with myself when I really have to think about it. Bingo, unfortunately. I feel the same way. I don't think there's any getting around the helplessness. But what I was trying to say is that working on something that might help fix things someday makes that feeling a little less powerful. So what you're saying is that it's just about making yourself feel better? Well, when you put it like that, it sounds bad. I believe I'm working on things that might affect change someday, even if I'm not around to see it. But also, yeah, most of the time it helps me sleep at night too. We're just a dad in this opinion, like the friend shipping. Literally, we are friend shipping right now. Can you tell Daraya? You can tell Daraya is a bit of disappointed by this, but like she doesn't trust that political rebellion can go hand in hand with making the rebels feel good about themselves. You point out that whether or not Tuzia feels good about her work doesn't make the work itself any less effective. Oh jeez. Yeah, in the end, the universe doesn't care about how I feel. I'm just one troll trying to do the right thing. Or at least the okay thing. So its own sake, even if it might ultimately be futile. What the fuck else are we gonna do on this bitch of Alternia? You've got me there. I'm bored all the time and there really isn't anything cool to do down in the caverns. I guess during the downtime in my training I could, I don't know, help you out maybe. Not that I have anything to offer other than the book hive and the jade cloisters. Access to that might really help with my research actually. Give me your number and we can talk. Is it just your imagination or does Tuzias look a smidgen less tired? The bags under her eyes less baggy and her back a little straighter. And you think the corner of Daraya's lips might be very slightly quirked up. Daraya turns her possibly a smile from Tuzias. Oh jeez. Tuzias too. This was cool, I guess. Or at least not so bad. But I don't know if I counts as something cool. But I don't know if it counts as something cool. So I guess we could keep hanging out until more shit happens. You know Daraya well enough by now to recognize this for the ringing endorsement that it is. You're about to happily agree when Tuesday pipes up. I'm just heading home from studying, but I'm not tired yet. If you wanted a third wheel to drag along. Three-way friendship combo! Bob victory! Woo! Also, we're tiny. Thank you, Diana Banana. Thank you. Combo Bob victory! Three-way friendship combo Bob victory. Oi! Joey! What's that? Oh, are you okay, Joey? Oh, damn. Joey fell down. Joey fell down the cupboard. But she's fine. Joey! Yep, you're fine. Come here, Joey. Here, look. Joey's fine. Joey is fine. Friendship threesome? Threesome? I don't know, Captain Frosty Paws. I don't know. But these are all endings. I just realized we are all ending through in 3 hours. Friend group. Whew. Okay. Anyway. Yeah. That's it. Another kitty. Yep. That kitty's called Joey Claire. We have Joey Claire and Pumpkin. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. We didn't break a record this time, but nevertheless, I enjoyed myself. I enjoyed having you guys here. Thanks for everything. It's kind of scary to think that next Friendsim will be the last one for now. I really enjoy spending time here with everyone and everything. Yeah, same, Lech, same. You can join the Discord group in the description. Then we can fan, boy and girl and whatever. And I will definitely stream or record HIVESWAP itself as soon as it comes out. Mario Gamer 20, thank you very much for that. Thank you very much. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is not super late. Yeah. It's okay, Captain Frosty Paws. It's okay. It happens. They all are still up, so you should be able to go back and watch them. You can watch all the other videos and or streams by me if you want. Like, they're all up on my channel. You can go there and yeah. Same. I enjoyed the same. I enjoyed having every single one of you here. I really did. Let me actually... Big face. Big face. Okay, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this stream. If you did, then please consider leaving a like and checking out all the links in the description below, helping us out with every single click you do on one of our videos, and maybe even our Patreon page, because we do have a Patreon page. Ooh, this is tiny. Yeah, we do have a Patreon page, and we are working on a lot of things. Like, we are doing our own stuff and things. And if you are familiar to the channel, you may have seen we were building our own game. but it came to it didn't came to a stop. We're just we're still working on it on the game, but it's slower than we thought. Yeah, but I just said so. I shouldn't next one. Yeah, thank you, Captain Frosty Paws. I'm gonna check out your stream as well. Anyway, I sincerely love all of you guys, every single one of you, and we will see each other in the next video and or stream. Check out the links in the description, and we'll see each other next time. Cheerio! Bye bye! You're very, very welcome. I thank you for being here. I thank you for being here because it's a great time. Cheerio! Bye bye! See ya, guys! Bye!